I was on a long overnight flight. Window seat, middle seat next to me, and I had to pee urgently. There was a line for the bathroom, so I stood sideways in the aisle to let someone pass. Then it happened. The world's loudest fart. It wasn't just a fart, it was a declaration. It echoed. The person in the row behind me woke up, wide-eyed, mouth open, no AirPods. I froze. Silence. Then someone whispers to their friend, "Dude, they just bombed the plane." The person behind me doesn't move. I feel every eye in the cabin fixed to the aisle. The flight attendant looks at me. I look at her. She moves on like she didn't hear anything. By the time I get back to my seat, the entire row is avoiding me like I'm the plague. When I landed in the destination, the person in the aisle seat didn't even bother to get up when it was time to get off. I don't blame them. We all survived. Except my dignity. I don't know if anyone told them I farted, or if they thought it was someone else. But I know this. That was the most powerful silence I've ever experienced. And now I'm terrified of bathrooms and flight aisles forever. Okay, so this story still gives me anxiety sweats every time I think about it. It was a Saturday. I had the whole apartment to myself, so I decided to have a me day. Bubble bath, face mask, candle that smells like rich people, and Target. I'm vibing. Then, I remembered something I saw online. Someone said if you press a certain sequence on your iPhone, it does this hidden reset thing, totally unnecessary. But I was bored, so I tried it. Apparently, what I actually did was trigger the emergency SOS. So now I'm mid-face mask, in a bathrobe, holding my phone, as it starts counting down. 3, 2, 1. Then suddenly, sirens. Not outside. In the phone. Like the full-on ear-splitting emergency alert sound. I freak out, throw my phone into the sink, which somehow answers the call. Now I've got what 911 on the line. I panic and yell, No, I'm okay, I didn't mean to. But the operator goes, "Ma'am, what's your emergency?" I try to explain while tripping over my words. No emergency, I was just touching buttons. I'm in a robe. My cat looks scared, I don't know why I pressed that. She pauses back and says, "Ma'am, is there someone else in the room making you say this?" I scream, "It's just me and a bath bomb." I hang up. Bad idea. 2 minutes later, I hear a knock at the door. Not just a knock, a cop knock. That loud, open up before we kick it down kind of knock. I open the door, still in my robe, dripping conditioner down my neck. And there are 2 police officers standing there, looking ready for a hostage situation. One of them literally puts his hand on his holster and says, "Are you alone, ma'am?" I say, "Yes, but emotionally? No." They don't laugh. I try to explain again. I was doing a face mask and I pressed the wrong thing, and one cop interrupts. "You were doing what kind of mask?" I'm like, "Clay, from Ulta. Not like a crime mask." They ask if they can come in and check. I say yes because I have no drugs, no weapons, and 0 dignity left. They come in, look around, see the candles, the half-eaten cheese board, a Spotify playlist titled Self-Love and Sadness. One cop mutters, "Yeah, she's alone all right." The other one radios in. "Scene secure, false alarm, subject activated SOS with a face mask." And that's when my cat, who has been hiding behind the couch, sprints out and launches herself onto one cop's leg. He jumps and says, "She's got back up." And for the record, I have never wanted to evaporate more. They eventually left. I closed the door, sat on the floor in my robe, and made a promise to myself. Never press anything that says secret iPhone code. And maybe don't live alone. The end. So, I really thought my neighbor was flirting with me. Like, hardcore. Here's what happened. I had just moved into this new apartment, and the guy across the hall, mid-30s, very dad energy, but like, hot dad energy. Flannel, baseball cap, smelled like wood smoke and sarcasm. Anyway, every time I passed him in the hallway, he'd smile and say things like, "Hey, how's your night?" Or, "Need help with those groceries?" One time I sneezed and he literally said, "Bless you, sweetheart." Sweetheart. I'm like, okay, sir? That's basically a marriage proposal. So now I'm telling my friends, like, this man is 100% into me. I think I'm about to be a stepmom. I need to buy a flannel to match his. Then, one night around 10 p.m., I'm walking down the hall. He steps out of his apartment, looks me dead in the eye, and says, "Hey, I've been meaning to ask you something." I swear my soul left my body. I'm like, this is it. This is the moment. This man is about to ask me out. He goes, "Could you maybe stop singing in the shower at night?" I blink. What? He says, My baby's monitor picks it up through the wall, and last night she woke up screaming during that high note in Shallow. I wanted the earth to open and swallow me. This man was never flirting. He was silently enduring my full concert series through drywall, and his baby thought I was the boogeyman. I mumbled, "Yeah, sorry, I'll keep it down." And he just smiled and said, "No worries, you've got a strong voice. Just maybe not after 9 p.m.?" I still can't look him in the eye, and I've never sung in the shower again.